I wasn't willing to ask him to write, honestly, and the amount that we were behind in budget for next year with some of our deals changing and losing a couple of our partners financially just put us in the wrong spot to continue.
NASCAR fans, ever wonder what happens when pride gets in the way of greatness? Today, we've got a story that's as juicy as a last lap crash at Daytona. We're talking about the wild story of Stewart-Haas Racing, one of the most iconic teams in NASCAR history that burned bright and is now fading away. From championship glory to heartbreaking exits, SHR's journey is one for the books. Do you know the real reason behind Stewart-Haas Racing's decision to shut down? And guess what? It all boils down to a little thing called pride. Did Tony Stewart's refusal to ask Gene Haas for more money seal SHR's fate? And how do you feel about their legendary run coming to an end? Stick around as we unpack this roller coaster ride. So let's rewind a bit. Stewart-Haas Racing, or SHR, was the brainchild of two legends, Tony "Smoke" Stewart and Gene Haas. The team has seen its glory days flourish through 16 years. Together, they were like peanut butter and jelly, a combo that just worked well. On one hand, Stewart's hard-nosed driving style and IndyCar's success helped attract sponsors and some of the best talent in the NASCAR garage. On the other hand, Haas was willing to invest the money, both in people and equipment, to win. They took SHR to the top, grabbing 69 Cup victories, including crown jewel events such as the Daytona 500, Brickyard 400, and Southern 500, and 2 championships, one with Stewart in 2011 and another with Kevin Harvick in 2014. But as the saying goes, all good things must come to an end. The team's legacy is ending. It had been a difficult few seasons for SHR, with only 4 wins since 2021. SHR started facing some serious headwinds. The eventual departures of 2 of their star drivers, Harvick and Almirola, left the team in a tough spot, with new drivers unable to hit the ground running. And with them, a bunch of major sponsors hit the road. We're talking Busch Light, Gear Wrench, Go Bowling, Hunt Brothers Pizza, Magical Vacation Planner, Pristine Auction, Rheem, and Smithfield. Stewart-Haas Racing was bleeding money faster than a tire losing air. Be in the fast lane by subscribing to our channel. Stay updated on all the latest NASCAR news and driver stories. Don't forget to like and share this video with fellow racing fans. Apart from sponsorship troubles, their deal with Ford was also coming to an end this season, with no talks of a renewal. Tony and Gene had a choice, go big or go home. But Tony's integrity got the best of him. In an episode of Query & Company recently, Tony Stewart shared the real reason behind the difficult decision.
Well, when you make big decisions like that, it's never easy. The situation we were in, we really just didn't have a choice. We ultimately did, but, Gene was going to have to write a check that I wasn't willing to ask him to write. The amount that we were behind in budget for next year, our deals changing and losing a couple of our partners, it financially just put us in the wrong spot to continue. So both Gene's group and our group decided to shut it down at the end of the year. And
you heard that right. Tony Stewart, the man who's never backed down from a fight, couldn't bring himself to ask his billionaire buddy for more cash. Respect the man's pride, but dang, that's a tough pill to swallow. Thus, in May this year, Haas and Stewart released a joint statement to announce that it will sell its Cup Series charters, and all of its drivers and crew members will become free agents. And there it is. The powerhouse that was Stewart-Haas Racing is shutting down at the end of this season. They sold 3 of their 4 charters, and their drivers and crew are now free agents. It's like the end of an era, folks. SHR's journey wasn't just about the races, it was about the people, the drivers, the crew, and the fans who lived and breathed every lap. From Stewart's fiery spirit to Haas's unwavering support, they created something special. Out of its 3 charters, Front Row Sports brought one for $25 million on the 6th of June. 2311 Racing and Trackhouse have been reported to be interested in the other 2 charters. But hey, it's not all doom and gloom. The future's looking bright for some of their stars. As far as its drivers go, Chase Briscoe will be behind the wheel for Joe Gibbs Racing come 2025, while Noah Gragson joined Front Row Sports for the next season in a multi-year deal. Meanwhile, Josh Berry has agreed to join Wood Brothers Racing Ford for the coming season. These guys are carrying the SHR legacy forward, and we're here for it. And let's not forget about the Xfinity series. The Xfinity stars are certainly leading the show currently. Cole Custer's dominance in the Xfinity series has been a bright spot for Stewart-Haas Racing, especially after a challenging 2023 season in the Cup Series. Last year, Custer delivered 3 wins and captured the Xfinity Championship, solidifying his status as a top contender. Fast forward to this season, and Custer continues to lead the pack, sitting atop the points standings with 9 top 5 finishes and a win. His consistency and skill behind the wheel have kept him in the spotlight and shown that SHR still has strong talent in its ranks. But Custer isn't the only one shining for Stewart-Haas. Riley Herbst has also stepped up, making his presence felt in the series. Recently, at Indianapolis Motor Speedway, Herbst secured his 2nd career win, narrowly edging out fellow SHR driver Aric Almirola. This victory marked a significant milestone for Herbst, who has been working tirelessly to prove himself on the track. Looking to the future, Gene Haas's new venture, Haas Factory, has already offered Herbst a seat for the 2025 season, and Stewart had nothing but words of appreciation for Custer and Herbst.
Then Joe Custer does what Joe Custer does best. He's a motivator, and he makes things happen when he wants to, and convinced Gene to keep one of the charters to put Cole back in the car. So it's good for Cole because Cole deserves it.
Right.
That's why we put him back in the Xfinity series, was to gain some more experience and get his confidence up. We won the championship last year at Phoenix, and you talked about Riley's finish. Riley did it. I literally watched the last lap of that Xfinity race. I bet I've watched it 20 to 25 times. And literally everything that Riley did on that last lap was perfect. The way he set himself up, the move he made in turn 3, everything that he did exactly right. Cole did the right things. He wasn't going to be able to get to Riley, but he put himself in a position to get that big run off at turn 4, and that's what got him past Eric to the line. So, I was really proud of both of those guys. For our organization to have our first front row start with both cars, and then to finish 1-2 like that, and in the dramatic fashion that they did it on the last lap.
So while the Cup Series chapter might be closing, the spirit of SHR lives on. Tony Stewart, man, what a legend. He brought so much to the sport, not just as a driver, but as a team owner. His humility and integrity are something we can all learn from. Sure, it's sad to see SHR go, but Tony's legacy is far from over. To all the SHR fans out there, keep your heads up. This team gave us some of the best moments in NASCAR history. And while we're closing this chapter, there's always more racing to look forward to. Who knows? Maybe Smoke has another trick up his sleeve. So, here's to Stewart-Haas Racing, a team that raced hard, played hard, and went out with their heads held high. Do you think SHR could have survived if Tony had swallowed his pride? Or Stewart-Haas Racing's decline was unstoppable? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and let's get this discussion rolling. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe for more interesting stories and updates from everything NASCAR. Do share this video with your friends. Until next time, keep the conversation going on, lucky dog on track.